All right, welcome back to What's Your Next. Today we're going to be talking about something new and different. It's the franchise disclosure document. You guessed it if you watched our previous episode. We've been talking about what it is and the 23 sections that make up this legal document that you will review before you acquire a franchise. Today we're going to be talking about section 6, which is along the lines of expenses. It's really other fees and expenses in the operations of your franchise that you're looking to acquire.
Welcome to What's Your Next. This is the go-to podcast for aspiring business owners who want to get to the next level, escape the rat race, and give their middle finger to the corporate 9-to-5. If you want financial freedom, work-life balance, and the business of your dreams, you're in the right place. Dave and Stacy Riska, husband-wife franchising duo, openly share their successes, failures, and lessons learned in franchising, business ownership, and working with your spouse.
And as we said in our previous episode, it's a little bit gray between section 5, 6, and 7 in that sometimes these things get mixed and matched a little bit depending on where the franchise or is in their longevity and the type of franchise that it is. So what we've seen is in a lot of cases, for instance, that in section 5, which deals with the franchise fees and the royalties, the timing of it, some of our franchisors today are literally offering no royalties until you are in business for a year, something like that. So these fees can give and take. It's just really important that you really evaluate these 3 sections. So Stacey, you want to add some comments to this on other fees and expenses of what they might be looking at here?
So it's going to depend on the franchise concept that you're looking at. The kinds of expenses that you may see in this area would include if the franchise charges an advertising fee. Most actually do contribute funds. You as a franchise contribute funds into a national ad or branding fund. Now, some franchises may waive that your first year because they know you're just ramping up. So as Dave said, make sure you understand where and when you pay it. But you're also going to want to look at training. How is that done? Is there a cost to it? Are you going to have to pay your cost to go to travel, to training? Do they come to you? What kinds of grand opening expenses are you going to need to incur? So these are some of those ancillary costs, as well as sometimes if a franchise is helping with the marketing or the call center or the lead generation, those kinds of activities, most likely there's a fee associated with it. So understand, what is that fee? When does it get paid? Are there minimums associated with it? We've come across a few franchises that actually have minimums. So make sure you understand the dynamics, because sometimes they're a hard dollar, sometimes they're a percentage, understanding when they're paid, but all of this helps you build out your budget.
Yeah, no kidding. So this is a very important section. This is those ongoing operating expenses that you will incur going live, like training, like advertising, those types of things. And again, from our previous episodes, what we disclaimed was that sometimes these cross barriers between section 5, 6, and 7. So we're going to go ahead and close out this episode today. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back for another episode shortly.